All right, guys, I'm about to do my hook. Ready? Very important. The first 10 to 15 seconds of your video, the person is basically deciding whether or not they want to stay. So I'm going to do my hook. Ready? Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make content that explodes, that gets likes, views, subscribers, followers, raving fans coming to your house, knocking on the door, throwing rocks at your window, and begging you for your autograph. If you want to make content that is really effective, that actually hooks into people's minds and adds value to their lives, then I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that in this video here. All right? So the first thing you need to understand in order to make effective content on social media, I highly recommend YouTube. We're going to be talking a lot about YouTube here in this video because YouTube is evergreen, which compared to Instagram and TikTok, what's so great about YouTube is that YouTube videos that you post a year ago, 2 years ago will still continue to get you views, likes, subscribers, and all that stuff. One of my mentors, Sam Ovens, he stopped making YouTube videos for 2 whole years. And he said, even though he went ghost for 2 years, his YouTube videos were still getting recommended. They're still getting views, subscribers. He was still even closing business deals, even though he wasn't uploading for 2 years. And you can't say the same about Instagram or TikTok. So I recommend if you're getting into making content, good idea, because like I said, in the 21st century, the number one skill you need to succeed in your career basically is the ability to market yourself. And the best way, in fact, the only way to market yourself in the 21st century is by creating free content that actually adds value to other people's lives so that your audience can get to know you, so that they trust you, they like you, and then they want to do business with you. All right, so if you can learn how to make killer content, you're basically never going to go hungry because you're going to have an audience and you're going to be able to do work with them and help them and exchange value and make money, basically. All right, so the first key to making effective content is to ask yourself the question, who is this video going to add value to? So who is this video for? Think in your mind, what kind of person would want to watch this video? And get very specific and detailed. How old are they? What's their gender? What are their interests? What are their problems? What are their limiting beliefs? What are they struggling with? What keeps them up at night? What kind of content would they love to see? And if you're really not sure about who your target audience should be, what I recommend is just picking a group of people who are just like you, but just 1 to 2 steps behind you. So if whenever you're making content, you're basically acting as the guide, right? And this works for personal development, spirituality type content. These principles I'm going to be showing you work for any kind of content at all, even books, even TV shows, TikTok, Instagram. This works for every single platform. These are like the principles of effective content. So these principles are universal. So whenever you're making any effective content, make it for a specific target audience. And if you're trying to make like personal development style content, I recommend picking a target audience that is struggling with some kind of problem that you've already solved in your life. So for example, hey, my name is Adam, and I used to struggle a lot with addictions, like addictions to porn, video games, smoking weed, eating junk food, and I've honestly felt like that was robbing me of a lot of my energy, robbing me of my potential in life because I could have been growing myself, but instead I was just leveling up my character in League of Legends, or I was just, going on porn marathons or smoking tons of weed. I felt like I was wasting my life. So when I was Googling online, I found actualize.org and I found other personal development content. He told me that if I meditate every single day and I actually work on growing myself, like reading books, eating healthier, then that's going to allow me to quit my addictions. So after meditating for a year, 2 years, I've been able to let go of my addictions, where I can still engage in some video games moderately. I was playing Dark Souls the other day and I was having fun, but I just do it 1 to 2 hours per week. It's not like something that's sucking up all my free time and energy. It's just like a side hobby. It's a lot healthier. And all my other addictions I've basically quit. I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't watch porn anymore. And when I do eat junk food, it's just once in a while. But the point is I feel a lot better about my life. And I've made videos on YouTube helping other people who are in my position. I show them how I solved my problem. So think about a problem in your life that you've had that was very difficult and personal for you, but that you've overcome, or at least are in the process of overcoming, and you have tips and advice to share for other people. Also, if you're trying to make content that's more entertaining as opposed to education, because there's really two types of content that exist. Any video you watch on YouTube falls into one of these two categories. Either it's entertaining, or it's educating. Those are really the two types of content that exist. It's great. It's either entertainment, education, or some kind of combination of these two. So this is how you add value to another person's life. When I'm always worried about myself, when I come up on camera and worry about, is Adam gonna make a good video today? Is he gonna use big words? Does his beard look good? How does his shirt look? When I'm thinking about myself, then my video doesn't do very well because I'm self-conscious. I have this kind of needy energy where I'm like forcing the video to do well. I'm telling stories at the wrong time because I'm like just worried about myself. Instead of that, just focus on adding value to the other person. And one of the best ways to do that is just to relax. When you go to make a video, just have fun. It's not so serious. I find the videos that I try so hard to make them go viral and to make them blow up, those are the videos that don't resonate that well, because it's a very selfish kind of egotistical energy where like I'm trying to make a perfect video and then I actually end up sabotaging myself. It's a lot less natural, a lot less easier to listen to. Whereas if I'm just on camera, I'm just having fun, hey guys, I'm gonna show you these things that help me make great content, then it's more relaxed, it's more chill, it's more authentic, it's easier to listen to, basically. So focus on adding value. Think about a target audience that you're solving, whose problems you're solving, and actually make a video that tells a story of how you solved your problem. All right? So now that you have a video idea, think about a specific target audience. So, okay, I'm working with 19-year-old boys who don't know what they want to do with their life. They're not sure if they should go to university. They're not sure if they should, what they should do with their life. They need guidance, basically. And, what problems do they have? Well, they have a lot of addictions, right? Porn, video games. They have problems with talking to girls and socializing. They have problems making money in a way that they actually care about, that they actually like, they're passionate about, not that they're just going to their 9-to-5 job putting apples on the shelf, right? That's pretty drudgerous and boring. So these are the problems that 19-year-old boys face, for example, and that could be your target audience, right? So I'm 21, right? I've solved a lot of those issues in my life, so I just make content about how I solved those issues, right? And this content is great for girls as well. It's great for older people as well. But in general, when you have a specific person in mind whose problems you're trying to fix, it's going to resonate with them, and they're actually going to want to stay on your videos. So remember, guys, there's two metrics that actually cause your videos to do well, to get views, to actually help people to be recommended by the algorithm, to get likes and subscribers and explode, basically. There's two metrics you need to focus on, number one is your click-through rate, which is, do people actually click on your video? And number two is your watch time. Do people actually watch your entire video through to the end and then click on the next video of yours? Right? Those are the two metrics you need to focus on. Right now I'm going to show you how to get an awesome click-through rate and great watch time. Okay? Again, these are principles. These aren't gimmicks or techniques. These are actual principles. So they're universal. These will never get old. So first of all, once you have a video idea, now you need to come up with a title, right? Before you even make the video, you should know what the title of your video is. And the way you come up with a good title is you come up with something that invokes curiosity and goes to add value as well. So the two things you want to focus on for your thumbnail and title, this is like your heading, basically. This is like the first thing they see of your video. Any piece of content you make, whether it's a blog post, TikTok, even if it's a book you're writing, like a novel, it needs to have some kind of curiosity and value, right? And then the third one I'm going to write, I don't have a purple marker, so I'm going to write it in red, is purple cow. Right? But we'll actually, I don't want to make it too complicated. We'll add that into curiosity, okay? So your thumbnail and title need to make the person curious. When they see your video and it's recommended to them, it's on their screen, the first thing you need to do is you need to interrupt their pattern. So they're kind of just, on their phone, maybe they're sitting on the toilet, maybe they're, they're unconscious scrolling on YouTube, scrolling on Instagram, maybe they're sitting on the couch looking for some entertainment, right? How do you actually make a thumbnail that entices somebody to click on your video? You see, a lot of people, they get too distracted, like they focus on the wrong things when it comes to making a thumbnail and title. They're like, oh, how do I make my thumbnail look pretty? How do I add, make it all, decorated and look nice and, I'm smiling on the thumbnail. See, it doesn't really matter if your thumbnail looks pretty or not. All that matters is you basically do whatever it takes to get them to click on your video. Okay? So clickbait is good as long as the video you're clickbaiting them to actually delivers on some kind of promise that you make in the thumbnail. So for example, my last video was the number one habit you need to succeed in the age of Aquarius. All right? What's great about this title is that it asks some curiosity, right? The number one habit you need to succeed in the age of Aquarius. What's the number one habit? What even is the age of Aquarius? What the hell does it even mean? So the person's curious now. That's what gets them to click on a video. What gets people to click on videos is they just want to find out what is going on in your video. Your thumbnail and title has provoked them in some way, has stood out, grabbed their attention, and piqued their curiosity so that they actually want to click. They want to see what the video is. Maybe it's entertaining. Maybe it's helpful. Who knows? Let me see. I'll click. And also there's some value that's added there. The number one habit you need to succeed in the age of Aquarius. So there's some kind of success that is being promised in the video. And also if you look at my thumbnail, maybe I'll put it up here, maybe I won't, who knows? You're just looking at me right now. The thumbnail is, first of all, there's big words, okay? So sometimes people put like really tiny words, or there's like, entire sentences on their thumbnail, too much, okay? The best thumbnails are the ones that are simple, the ones that stand out. Okay, so my thumbnail has giant words. They're bright yellow letters, black on black, so it's clear to see, and it says, do this daily, right? Do what daily? What should I do daily? So notice the title and the thumbnail are actually working together. So one mistake I used to make was I would make a title, right? How to have better sex. Let's just say that's my title. And then my thumbnail says how to have better sex. So it's redundant. They don't work together. Whereas if my title was how to have better sex, and then my thumbnail was like, use this trick, or like something like that, right? It's like, oh, what trick, you know? And it's, oh, it's gonna help me have better sex. Okay, click. Okay, so you're trying to get the person to click by sparking their curiosity. And also, faces are good in the thumbnail. I recommend facial expressions that are weird or odd. So when you just kind of just smile on camera, like, just like, ah, right? You're not really provoking the person. You're not inviting a click. You're just smiling. You know, there's no curiosity there. But if I have some weird facial expression, I'm just like, what? Or I got wide eyes. I'm like, what? Right? That'll provoke a click as well, because the humans respond to other humans' emotions, right? So you don't have to do the bug-eyed thing in every single video. A lot of channels, they just have wide eyes in every single thumbnail. It's just wide eyes like this, and personally, that sickens me personally, because like I don't want to see wide eyes in every single fucking thumbnail. Like, it's so annoying. But that's just me. So what I recommend is, some of them can have wide eyes, that's fine, but a lot of your thumbnails, just use different facial expressions. Like, just weird, like, you know, weird facial expressions, different emotions you want to communicate, basically. Also, the point of the thumbnail is that it just needs to stand out. So whatever you to do to stand out works. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes the simpler a thumbnail, the better. People, they want to cram words and emojis in their thumbnail. Just sometimes a super simple thumbnail stands out because it's simple. So for example, my video, Who Are You? Right? My thumbnail is just a black screen with a white stick figure in the middle. People are just like, wow, that stands out. Or another video with a super simple thumbnail was my video, The Law of Subtraction. Right? It's just a white screen with black words in the middle. So many people would think, oh, that's a terrible thumbnail. You know, it doesn't have any facial expression. It doesn't have any, you know, bright colors. Well, exactly. Sometimes that's what makes it stand out, because I'm doing what other people aren't doing. I'm doing something weird, different. You want to be a purple cow, right? So imagine you're driving down the road and there's a cow pasture beside you to your right. You're driving down the road, you see all the black and white cows, they're all grazing on the grass, but all of a sudden you see a purple cow. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? You literally look out the window, it's a fucking purple cow. You'd literally stop your car, pull over onto the side of the road, get out of your car, whip out your phone, start videotaping this purple cow. And then you'd send it to your friends. Yeah, guys, look at this, I found a purple cow. What the hell? So that's the exact effect you want your content, your thumbnail to have on other people. You want it to be a purple cow. You want them to stop what they're doing and be, what the fuck is this, right? And then they share it. They click on it. You know, they investigate it. You know, if I saw a purple cow, I'd go jump the fence and go get a closer look. I'd try and go pet him. Like, what are you doing? Why are you purple? How'd this happen? Okay, so purple cow's key. So you want curiosity plus value. That's what drives a click, okay? Another tip is, whenever you use some kind of like weird object in your thumbnail, like some kind of just weird object that people don't know what it is, right? And they want to click because they don't know what the object is, right? So an example of this was my last thumbnail. I had that random cushion on my head. Why did I have it on my head? I don't know. I just put it on my head, right? So people are going to be like, why the fuck does this guy have a meditation cushion on his head? Or what the hell is that on his head? They're going to click, right? And the video really has nothing to do with that thing on my head, but it's just like, what, you know. Anyways, weird objects, right, get people to click because they want to see what the object is, right? Another great way to get people to click on your titles and thumbnails is to use a reversal, right? This is like, you're breaking some kind of belief or status quo and you're reversing it or flipping on its head. So an example that I did was, watching porn is not bad. It's like, what? Everyone thinks watching porn is evil and bad. But this guy's saying it's not bad. What the hell? They're going to click on my video just to see like what the fuck I'm saying. Maybe they're going to click like, well, this guy's full of shit. Let me click and see how full of shit this guy is, right? But whatever it is, they still clicked on the video. right? And the point of the video is, I'm not saying you guys, go, watch millions of hours of porn, or that the porn industry doesn't, exploit women, and, it doesn't create a lot of issues in society. Yeah, I actually admit that in the video. But I also say there's no such thing as, in reality, as something that's good or bad. And if you are watching porn and you want to quit, it doesn't help to shame yourself or guilt yourself or tell yourself that you're a bad person. Really, what you need is more awareness. And the only way to quit a habit is first let yourself enjoy it first. And then once you realize the side effects, then you'll naturally quit it. But you don't have to force yourself and tell yourself you're bad or evil for watching porn. My point is that you reverse a belief that somebody has. So another example would be the law of attraction is a scam, right? That would be a good example. So everyone's talking about law of attraction, how to use law of attraction to manifest your dreams, right? And then I make a video, law of attraction's a scam, doesn't work, right? Imagine I'm a law of attraction YouTuber. I talk about law of attraction, but then I make a new video, law of attraction doesn't work, it's a scam. A lot of people would click on that, right? And the point is, you don't just get people to click and just don't deliver. You actually click and you explain why the law of attraction could be a scam if you use it wrong, or if you misunderstand it, or other people, the way they're marketing it is a scam. A lot of people have channels, they're like, oh, use the law of attraction to manifest $1 million, or to make your hair grow longer, or to have more sex, right? But that's really not what the law of attraction is about. It's not about getting a specific thing in your life. Because that's just selfishness. That's just greed. That's just I just want $1 million. Let me try and hack the universe by using this principle. They think law of attraction is like a cheat code. Like they're gonna go into the files of the video game they're playing, the video game of life. They're gonna go into the console commands and type in some secret code, and all of a sudden they're gonna spawn in $1 million into their life. That's literally what people think. That's what it's being marketed as. That's why it's a scam. So in that video, for example, which I might make, right, I'm going to talk about why it's not a scam. It actually does work, but the way it's being marketed is a scam. See? So it's a reversal, but then there's actual value that's being added as well. All right, so that's how you create an awesome thumbnail and title. Make sure they work together and that there's curiosity plus value. All right? Next, how to actually make the content good so that someone wants to stay on your content. The key formula here is called hook, story, offer. All right? So the beginning of your video needs to have a hook, right? This is the hook. Remember when I started the video with my hook? This is the hook, guys. I'm gonna show you what the hook is. So that was my kind of clever attempt at a hook, right? To do a meta hook, or I'm about to hook you, ready? Right? So that's kind of some creative way that I decided to do it. In order to make a good hook, you want to be creative, right? And you want to, don't be too serious when you're making a hook. Guys, I'm about to show you the best thing ever. Please, please watch my video. It's going to be awesome. It's what would be better is just, hey guys, you're just kind of joking around. Yeah, I'm about to hook you. Ready? Oh, okay, we're going to see. Ready? Hi, guys. So the point with the hook is that you want to offer value in your hook, okay? So offer value in your hook. So when the video starts, you want to already be giving some kind of insight or value or something. So for example, a great book that I read that had an awesome hook was the Percy Jackson series. I haven't read it in a while. I remember when I was a kid, I read those books in a month because I loved them. So the author, Rick Riordan, the first chapter of book 1 says something like, my math teacher tried to kill me, or something like that, or my math teacher tries to murder me. That's the title of the first chapter. So already I'm hooked in. I'm what do you mean your math teacher tried to murder you? What the hell does that even mean? And then the first paragraph of the book is don't read this book. I'm sorry for telling you this story. It's very dangerous. You should probably stop reading right now. I envy you. Just, put the book down and stop reading. right? So I remember when I was a kid, I was like 9. I was reading. I was like, oh wow, this is so cool, right? And I'm a 9-year-old kid. 9-year-old kids are rebellious, right? The guy's telling me to stop reading. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fucking read the whole thing. Little did I know the hook was effective, right? And I read the whole series. It was a great series. But the point of a hook is to grab attention by just being weird, out there, creative in some way. And then you can challenge them with the hook. You can offer value, which I did with this hook. So, hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make awesome content. You're going to be like, oh, okay, great. He's going to show me how to make awesome content. So the hook offers value, gives them a reason to stay as well. One mistake people make is when you need to realize when somebody clicks on your video, they've just invested their time, their attention, their energy. Within the first 10 to 15 seconds of your video, they're already looking for reasons to click off. The audience is asking, is this video for me? Is it going to help me? Is it going to be worth my time? Within the first 10 to 15 seconds, that's what they're asking themselves. So within the first 10 to 15 seconds, you need to deliver in some kind of value. It could just be the energy you bring. So in this video, it kind of had a very jokey, playful energy. Someone would be like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice. I'll stay here, right? And obviously it worked because you're still here. All the people who left aren't hearing me talk right now. So the point is that you want to create some value either by the energy you bring or a lot of movies, right? I was watching this movie. It was called The Witch or something. The Witch's Flower. It was a Studio Ghibli movie. And they start the movie right in the middle of the action sequence. It's like the movie starts and already this girl's flying on a broomstick and she's being chased by these demons, right? And it's like I'm already hooked because the movie started at a high point, right? How can you implement that strategy into your content somehow? All right? Those are some principles for an effective hook. Add value, give them a reason to stay as well. So guys, if you stay, this is what I'm going to show you, right? It's going to help you for this reason. Okay, let's begin. So after you get your hook down, okay, you want to now have to tell a story. Whoops. So after you hook them in, you need them to stay on your video because it's not enough you hook them and then you bore them to death, they click off. You need them to actually stay. So there's a few ways to get someone to actually stay on your video. One way that many people have found is with story. Story. Okay? This is an amazing marketing tactic. This is what hooks into people's minds, getting them to want to stay because stories are relatable. Stories are like primordial archetypes that hook into the human mind and resonate deeply with us. So what's great about a story is that when you start telling a story in your content, someone wants to know what happens at the end of the story. So they just keep watching. All the best YouTubers, they're focusing on telling stories to get their audience to stay. Now, how do you tell a good story? Good question. You need to follow what's basically the hero's journey formula, but a simplified version that I got from building a story brand. So in order to tell a great story, you need to have a character. I'm gonna, instead of, whoopsies, technical difficulties with the marker. So you need a character. So this is your character. And your character needs to have a problem. And then your character then finds a guide. Let's draw Gandalf with a wizard hat. We got Gandalf. We got the wizard hat here. He's got a long blue beard, and he's got that's how he looks. That's the guide. Okay. Your character has a problem, finds a guide who gives him a plan that helps him achieve success. All right, my right ear's ringing. I don't know what that means. Comment down below what you think that means. My right ear's ringing. What could that mean, right? So my girlfriend always says when your right ear rings, it's like angels are talking to you. She's crazy. Shh. Okay. So the character is someone who has a problem, right? Someone relatable. So for example, Harry Potter has a problem that his family is really rude to him and he lives underneath the stairs, right? And they abuse him. And then he finds a guide, right? Which is Hagrid, basically, coming to his house and dragging him to Hogwarts, right? And Hagrid kind of guides him, shows him the way. Hagrid gives him a plan. Here, I'll help you, right? And then that helps him succeed and become a wizard, right? So for example, for me, I was someone who was addicted to porn, weed, video games, junk food. It made me sad and depressed, and it really sucked out a lot of my potential. That was my problem. But then I found personal development. I found actualize.org. I found meditation, Buddhism. I started practicing meditation. That was my plan. Now that I practice every single day meditation, I built awareness and I actually allowed myself to own my addictions instead of repressing and avoiding them. That's what let me quit them. That's my success. I can quit my addictions and I can be the best version of myself without getting sucked into negative habits. So that's my little story. See? And that's very relatable. Right? So what's the word? The key here is relatability. Story is what actually gets people to want to stay on your content. So whenever you have a point to make, how can you make that point with a story? Could be something that happened to you in your life. Tell it with that formula. So yeah, I used to not know how to make good content. I used to just put out random videos. I had no clue what I was saying. I didn't know what was actually going to get views and what wasn't going to get views. It was just like a fluke. But after I learned marketing skills, I learned how to make a good thumbnail, good title, good content. That gave me a plan. So now I'm successful on YouTube. I'm going full time doing what I love. Basically, I have coaching clients, I'm selling my course. It's my full-time job, making content. So that was my goal and I succeeded. So that's my story, basically. And that's relatable. That gets people to want to stay. Now, some bonus tips before we move on to the next point is if you want to make a good video, just have fun. Make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then the other person watching isn't going to be having fun. And also, I forgot the next tip. So when you tell your story, okay, that's actually going to hook them in, going to want them to stay. And then when you finish your hook and story, at the end of your video, you want to make an offer of some kind. So what that means is you're basically linking the person to another piece of your content that's also going to help them. So at the end of this video, I'm going to link you to another one of my other videos that's actually going to help you implement the steps that I've been giving you here. So if someone makes it to the end of your video and they like what you've been saying, you actually owe it to them to offer them a call to action, whether it be to work with you one-on-one, to opt into your email list, to go on a free training, to watch your next video. You need to offer them to do something. Subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for the next video. So some kind of offer at the end. All right? And on YouTube especially, a great offer is just to offer them to click on the next video that's going to help them with this problem. That's what allows your videos to link together. All right, so now that we've learned how to make good content, hook, story, offer, some templates you can use if you don't know like how to make a video at all. Basically, come up with a problem you're trying to solve, some kind of issue, maybe an idea that you have. Once you have an idea or an insight for a video, Capture it, write it down on a piece of paper. And try and make it into a good title. So you need to learn some basic title making skills by learning copywriting. So look at other people's titles that are succeeding in your niche. What kind of titles do they use? How do they generate curiosity? The one secret to succeeding beyond your wildest dreams, right? Or use this trick, or these kinds of titles. 3 tips for having better sex, or whatever. So you want to actually study what people are using and emulate that. So when you get an idea, think of, okay, so I have an idea. Oh, I want to help people who are struggling with law of attraction. They're trying to do affirmations and visualizations, but they're not working for them. And the reason why they're not working is because you're doing it unconsciously like a monkey, because you're trying to hack reality. You're trying to turn on the console commands and put in some cheat code to cheat reality. But really, you don't need law of attraction. What you need is fucking principles, like building skills and adding value to other people and doing personal development, raising your awareness. You don't need law of attraction. You need to just fucking become a better version of yourself. So, okay, so that's my video idea. That's what I want to talk about. But now I need to come up with a title, right? So you get that idea, and the title would be Law of Attraction is a Scam, right? So good. Generates curiosity. It's a reversal. And then I'm thinking already in my mind a thumbnail. What's a thumbnail could be? Law of Attraction's a scam. I'd probably have to think of it more. Maybe I'd do like a rainbow, and then at the end of the rainbow is just some kind of scam or something like that, or it's like a fake. I don't know yet. Maybe I'd just do Law of Attraction, the secret, with a big red circle and a line through it, like it's a scam, right? Yeah, or maybe I do my face, right, with a question, a curious look, what do you mean it's a scam? And then on the text it'll say, don't, avoid this trap, or something like that, right? So that's how you basically get someone to click on your video. And okay, so now that we've got a good hook, story, and an offer, now the key to actually making great content is publishing more content and practicing in public. This is really one of the keys. All the best creators do this. They practice in public. You don't start your journey at the top of the mountain. When you load up a video game, your character doesn't start at level 100. Your character starts at level 1. That's what makes the game fun to play. If your character started at level 100, then there's no point in playing. You just have all these items, all this power, your weapons are all leveled up, but you just started the game, so you didn't even earn any of that. So it's not even fun to play. What makes a game fun to play is that when you first start, you're level 1. You suck. You don't know what to do. All the enemies are destroying you. They're crushing you in one hit. That's why I like Dark Souls so much, because it's hard, it's challenging. You get crushed. You start at level 1. You don't even know what to do. Right? I know, guys, I'm using video game references. I'm a nerd. But in Dark Souls is this game that's notoriously known for being so hard, and they don't even give you any guidance. They don't even show you the way. That's why it's kind of like life. That's why it resonates with people. That's why it's such a popular video game, is because it's just you just get plopped in. It's like life. You just get plopped in, and you're like, what the fuck do I do? What's going on? I don't know what the controls are. I don't know what, where to even go for the next area. That's why people like Dark Souls, because you get crushed, right? And it's the same thing with life. When you start on YouTube, right, you don't know what to do. You get no views, no subs, you're awkward on camera, you get trolls in your comments making fun of you. Yeah, I've had all of that, and that's just part of the journey. That's kind of fun, to be honest. You get destroyed, but then eventually when you overcome that challenge, it's all the more rewarding. That's what makes it, that's what makes the movie enjoyable. That's what makes your life enjoyable. In the hero's journey, the character starts from nothing, starts from shit. People don't want to start on YouTube. They're like, oh, it takes too long, 2 years, 3 years I have to invest to start getting subscribers. Yeah, that's what life is. That's why people like TikTok and Instagram. Nothing wrong with those platforms. People have built, legit businesses on those platforms. But those platforms are so popular and very overpopulated because people think like, oh, TikTok is like a get rich quick scheme. It's like, oh, I post one video and then it'll get 1 million views and I'll get thousands and thousands of subscribers or followers. But the thing is even these TikTok influencers that go viral, right? They actually post some TikTok and by fluke luck, it gets like 1 million views and they have like 500,000 followers on TikTok. In a lot of cases, these people aren't even really making good money. And their content isn't even really helping people genuinely. It's very shallow. And really the only money they're making is from like brand deals or just like, some the garbage income stream. They're only making like 2-3 grand per month, which is, good for some people, but that's not really a legit business, right? So with YouTube, for example, in order to succeed on YouTube, you need to actually be offering value to another person. You need to be actually solving a legit problem. YouTube success is not a fluke. That's something you actually deserve. You actually have to build it, like from your foundation. And that's why when you do succeed on YouTube, that's evergreen. That's like your videos are going to keep getting views for years and years and years. You're going to keep getting that ad revenue. And what's great about YouTube is that it's a great platform, basically. So I don't even know where I was going with this, but my point is that you start at level 1, okay? And you have to start at level 1 so that you can appreciate the growth process of life, okay, guys? So practice in public. I used to think that I'm not going to make videos because I'm not smart enough or I haven't read enough books because I only read 20 or 30 personal development books. My mentors, all the people I'm watching on YouTube, they've read like hundreds or thousands of books. I'm not good enough. I haven't read thousands of books. I only read like 20 or 30 books. Yeah, but those people are at the top of the mountain, right? But if you are at the bottom of the mountain, you don't need the guy at the top of the mountain yelling at you, go there, do this, right? He's all the way at the top. He's been there for years. He doesn't even remember what it's like to be at the bottom of the mountain. But the guide that actually guides you up the mountain is the person that is only 1 to 2 steps ahead of you. In order for the Sherpa to guide you up the Himalayan hike, he needs to only be, 2 steps ahead of you. So yeah, here, go here. He walks up the mountain with you, right? So how can you guide other people and actually walk up the mountain with them? Take them on a journey up the mountain, right? Don't wait till you're at the top because it makes you less relatable, right? So practice in public. Publish and document your growth process. And last, key for making effective content is experimentation. Just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. A lot of people on YouTube or in social media, they get very rigid with their formula. They find one thing that works and they just beat the fuck out of that. They just do it over and over and over again until it's not even working anymore. It's like the same thumbnail, the same title, the same video topic. Every single video is the same thing. Experimentation, especially in the beginning, is so important. Don't be afraid to just try out different video styles. Try a vlog, try a whiteboard, try a talking head, try a voiceover, try, music, whatever you want to do. Just experiment, do different stuff. Because you'll see that certain things stick and you'll actually start to learn patterns about what works and what doesn't work. A lot of the best content creators, when they go to make content, they don't know if it's going to be perfect. They don't know that it's going to get millions of views, except maybe Mr. Beast, because he's like a wizard. But even Mr. Beast, when they, let's say, get a hook for a video, they don't know if the hook's going to work or not. They just try it out. They just get an idea for a hook and they just actually put it into a video and make it and publish it. See how it does. How does this video do? How'd the hook work? Oh, looks like the hook didn't work that well. Okay, now we know what doesn't work. Next we'll know what will work, right? It's like Thomas Edison making the light bulb. He made the light bulb 900 times before finally finding the right filament that actually caused it to work. And an interviewer asked him, how did it feel failing 900 times? How did you stay motivated? How did you stay consistent? Thomas Edison said, well, I didn't fail 900 times. I just found 900 ways that didn't work. Right? So that's the exact mentality you need to have when you're making videos. Just find out what, try your best, find out what doesn't work by actually publishing what doesn't work. You can't, people are trying to protect themselves from critiques, from judgment. They want to stay safe in their little bubble. They never want to fail. Guys, life is failure. You're failing constantly. This video here is a failure. It sucks. And there's a million points in this video. I'm going to go back and watch it back, and I'm going to say to myself, I goofed this part. I goofed this part. This part sucks. I could have improved this part. My hook sucks. This sucks. I'm rambling. Everything sucks. Good. It's up. It's on YouTube. You're watching it, and it's something's happening. We're going somewhere. Some movement is happening. At least it's up. Right? So you got to learn what doesn't work before you can actually get what does work. All right? So that's all I got to say here. If you want to, well, first of all, let's review. Okay? So if you want to make effective content that explodes, right? So that raving fans come and knock on your door and beg you for your autograph, you need to add value to another person's life. And you need to add so much value to their life that they thank you. Like they have no choice but to watch your next video. Because your last video was so good, they have to watch your next video. Right? There was this quote that was like, when you conspire to help the whole, the entire universe conspires with you. So if you try to add value to other people's lives, you genuinely want to help another person, the entire universe will give you energy to do that. Well, you'll get insights. You'll get new ideas. You'll speak more smoother. You'll speak more smoother. See? But when you conspire to add value to other people's lives, the universe will help you. But when you just want to make content just selfishly for yourself, oh, how can I make a video that gets me 1 million views? When you're just, trying to selfishly, get views just for you. You don't care about your audience. You just want to get money. Like Blizzard, when they released Diablo Immortal. Sorry for the video game references, guys, but there is a great example. Blizzard was this game company, and there was this game, the Blizzard event, right, where all their biggest fans came and watched them to unveil their new product, right? And Blizzard was very capitalistic. They kind of got lost in their greed and their corporate materialism, and they go to release their new game, right? People have been anticipating the new Diablo game, right? All the PC nerds, they're all shaking in their boots because they are huge fans of Diablo. They want to see Diablo 4 come out because they've been playing Diablo 3 for 10 years. They're waiting for Diablo 4, right? That would change their whole life. And then Blizzard unveils Diablo Immortal, which is a phone game. It's like they spent the last years making a phone game. Meanwhile, their entire audience are PC gamers. They don't want a fucking phone game. They don't want to, play on their iPhone. They want to play on their PC, on their $5,000 gaming PC. They want to have an amazing game that's actually, a PC game. All the nerds that actually go to the Blizzard event, they don't want a phone game. That's so casual. They want a PC game. And all the fans ripped them apart when on the Q&A section. You can see they ripped them apart like, is this an April Fool's joke? What the hell? You guys are so disconnected from your fan base. Are you trying to bring in a new fan base? Obviously, you guys don't care about us. So the point here is that Blizzard didn't care about adding value to their audience. And they broke their audience trust. And they're not going to make a lot of money with Diablo Immortal because they were trying to make a lot of money with it. Make a phone game, right? We'll make as much money as possible. Microtransactions and all that stuff. It was very selfish of them. Where really they didn't realize if they wanted to make a lot of money, they could have just made Diablo 4 the best possible game ever. And then people would buy it. They would talk about it. They would line up to buy it. They'd be excited about it because they actually put effort and love into it. That's why I like Dark Souls so much, because like, anyways, guys, I'm sorry for with the video games. Okay, so actually add value. When you try to add value to someone, the universe will help you, give you energy and insight. Make sure your thumbnail and title sparks curiosity and adds value, and they work together. Make sure you're using the formula hook, story, offer. Okay, this works for anything. This works for even books, right? So Percy Jackson, there's a hook in the beginning, there's a story, which is the actual story, it's a hero's journey, and then the offer at the end is, okay, so, you know, join for the next book. There's like a cliffhanger, right? And then publishing, right? Actually practice in public and experiment with different things, okay? If you want to actually tap into your creative source, if you're having creative blocks, so you have this formula, but you still don't really know what to make videos about, you can check out my video here, The Secrets of Creativity, where I show you all the secrets of how to actually tap into the creative source of the universe and channel it in a way that actually adds value to other people's lives. So definitely check that video out. See, that's my offer. And also, actually, I'm putting together a coaching program, it's almost done, that's specifically made for content creators who are into personal development and spirituality and who are fully bought into this idea of making content, helping people, growing your audience. If you're 100% committed to this, then I actually have a coaching program that's designed to take you from someone who's just making content to an actual full-time creator using my one-on-one coaching business model. So I was able to go full-time on YouTube with only 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty much unheard of. And the reason why is because I actually learned how to set up my business in the proper way, how to set up an actual business model where I can sign high-paying clients and deliver them tons and tons of value through one-on-one coaching. Right? And this business model allowed me to go full-time. I moved out of my parents' house by the time I was 20. I've been making videos full-time ever since. So if you want to learn how to do that, I have a free training linked in the pinned comment in the description. Check that out. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video.